Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are coming across this video for the first time, I hope you find this content very useful. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm sure that it has been helpful. Don't forget to like and to comment. Today, we'll be looking at data collection, and we'll look at the primaries and secondary method of data collection. And in the next second part, we'll be looking at the interview method of data collection. So what do we mean when we say data collection? Now, in research, data collection is the process of gathering data, and we don't just gather data like that in research. It has to follow a systematic process. Yeah. And then you have to select the appropriate technique and tool to obtain reliable and valid data. I'd made a video on how to ensure that um, reliable data has been collected. Do well to refer to that video. Now, the choice of data collection method is largely dependent on your research objective. So your research objective goes a long way to determine the way or the method in which you would collect your data. Also, the nature of your study, whether it's an exploratory research design, or is explanatory or descriptive. It also goes a long way to determine your method of data collection. So if you want to learn more about those things I just mentioned, I have various videos on them. You could refer to them. Data collection is the process for systematically gathering and measuring, analyzing information from various sources to answer your research question, respond to your test hypothesis, that is your research hypothesis, to know if there's a relationship between the variables you're testing, and also to evaluate your outcome. Now, we have two major sources of data collection. We have the primary data and we have the secondary data. Primary data is usually collected directly from first-hand source. When we mean first-hand source, that is that those who are sample our population, our study population, we collect data directly from them. And this could be done through survey, questionnaires, through interview, observation, and through experiment. While the secondary data is using data that have been previously collected by other researchers and analyzed. So researcher A had collected data for this study before, has analyzed the data and gotten findings from it. So me, I want to carry out a similar topic. I go to collect, I use the data that researcher A has used. That is secondary data collection. Examples are government reports, academic journals, books, website, newspaper, and previous research studies, like I've mentioned earlier. So let's look at questionnaire. Questionnaires are a set of written questions, right? So in our questionnaire, you have a set of questions that have been written. I'm going to do a separate video on how to put together a questionnaire and then what it entails. Now, and in questionnaires, we have different types of questions. We have the open-ended question and the closed-ended question. We have the Likert scale, and we have a socio-demographic questionnaire. In closed-ended question, those are questions that already we have options. The researcher had already, you have asked a question and you've provided options, maybe from A to E, or maybe a yes or no response. Let's say, for example, you are asking, have you ever eaten rice? Your options is now A or B, or your options can be yes, I've eaten rice, no, I've never eaten rice, I think I have, but I cannot remember. Those are close-ended questions. The respondents are not given the room to elaborate on their questions, on their answer. They don't give the answer that they want to give. They pick from the option that the researchers has provided. While the open-ended question are questions that are given, there are no options given, so the respondents have the free will to express themselves the way they want to. They can answer the question in any way or in any manner that they want to respond to such question. Then we have the Likert scale. In Likert scale is majorly used in psychology and in similar field, where you have question like you have options like agree, strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree, and this sort of, we really, in social sciences and especially in discipline like psychology, you would use them, but in sociology we may not really use such, although it is being used, but it is not really a popular it is not so popular. So thank you for listening. I would see you in the next video where we'll be talking about interview and the various type of interviews. See you.